Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. You've heard the term, he's a stand-up guy. It's kind of a street slang, street term for a dude, a gangster who's got certain qualities that I guess that people like. So I figured we'd talk about what does it mean to be a stand-up guy, and maybe we can apply that to our normal lives. Because I'm not a gangster anymore. I'm just a regular guy with a job that's trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. But if there's any kind of value any kind of lesson that I learned in my former life and that I can bring value to this life, I always like to try to do that. So let's get into the term stand-up guy. Wrote a couple notes down, so if you see me looking down, it's just I'm looking at my notes. The first thing I wrote down about this was loyalty. A stand-up guy's loyal. Loyal to his friends, not just loyal to the world or loyal to everybody, but loyal to his friends and his family. And you may think, well, I'm already that way. Maybe you're already a stand-up guy. But there's a certain type of unbridled loyalty that we have to have towards our friends and family. Unconditional is a better word. I don't care if I'm mad at my brother. I've been mad at him. If he needs help and I'm still mad at him, say we just got in an argument last night, a big one. And there's been many times when I've said, fuck that motherfucker. But if he were to call me up, even if we were in the middle of an argument and say, hey, I'm in jail, can you bail me out? Or my old lady dumped me, I need a couch to sleep on, or whatever. Can you give me a ride across town? I'd do it for him. Now that ride across town may be me bitching at him about whatever we were arguing about the other night, but I'll give him a ride. Because I'm loyal, unconditionally, no matter what. There's certain people that I'll do anything for. We think about this with our mothers or our fathers or people that are really close to us. And you'd drive 1,000 miles to go and bring them a glass of water if you had to. I mean, you don't want to. But loyalty of that extreme is important to have that in you. Some people don't really have it in them. The only person that they're extremely loyal to, that they will put themselves through suffering for, is themselves. There's some people that are so selfish that they won't suffer for anybody. Not their wife, not their kids. You think, well, how could someone be married or have kids and not even be willing to do things for them that may be uncomfortable, to be loyal to them? And that's kind of what loyalty is a responsibility to be there for each other no matter what. You have a bond, an oath that you may take in the streets for this. And even if it's a bunch of guys that you grew up with, I've known you since I was a child, there's still that oath. Me and my homeboy took that oath. We grew up on the same block. We were both cut from the same jib. We're both just alike. Everybody on that block was kind of the same. Looked alike, acted alike. Whoever the mailman is must have fucked every chick on the block because we all ended up the same. We all came from different families. But we still took an oath. A loyalty oath with each other. Even though we had the lifetime of childhood together, that wasn't enough. It had to be verbalized. And when you verbalize your loyalty, you have to stand behind it. Your word is so important. And that's an aspect of manhood that people really need to be about, is their word. That's all part of your loyalty. You're loyal to your word, you're loyal to yourself, to your responsibilities, to other people. And when you say you'll do something, you never break that. Only under extreme circumstances. You should be able to count the times that you've broken a promise on 2 fingers, not even on your whole hand. If you've broken promises more than 5 times, geez, you got a real problem. You're not a loyal motherfucker at all, and I wouldn't even want to be around you. Stand-up guy is loyal. A stand-up guy is trustworthy. It's kind of in the same, these are all kind of in the same realm. If you were to draw circles, they'd overlap. In the streets, not everybody is trustworthy. Most people aren't. In fact, you can't trust anyone. There's people that live by the code of trust nobody, but you have to trust some people. And you go into a deal and they lock that door and guns are out. There's a certain amount of trust that you're thinking, well, I hope trust these guys aren't going to kill me. And I've been in that exact scenario. More than once, actually, now that I think about it. Trust in the streets is important, and you find people that you can trust, your crimies, your ride or dies, your homeboys. Those people that they know the dirt on you, and you're trusting them not to tell. Or there may be people like that in your family, in your friendship circles, at work. People that you can confide in, confidants, not just acquaintances, not just connections. There's connections and there's confidants. A connection is looking through your Rolodex. I need a plumber. I need this, I need that. What kind of connection do I have? I need to get a new set of exhaust pipes for my motorcycle. I wonder if I got a connection that's got some. I wonder who's got some. You know, connections are just acquaintances, people that still are willing to help us in our journey, people that still may be in our circle, but they're not inner circle. Inner circle are your confidants, those people that you can sit down with and say, man, I'm depressed. I'm fucked up. Can I talk about my relationship with my wife for a second? Man, I just need someone to, things are hard right now between us. You know, it's people that, someone that you can trust that's not going to go blabbing your bullshit around. Trustworthy people are loyal, you know, and that's why these things overlap. But a stand-up guy is trustworthy to his homeboys, to his family, to his friends. You can trust that motherfucker with anything. I've had friends like that. Some real shady motherfuckers. I used to know this guy named Rafi. That wasn't his real name. That was his street name. This was out in California. Rafi was 6'7", 260, 270. He was lean. He was a lean 6'7", like a basketball player. But, you know, if you can make 260, 265 look skinny, you're in pretty good shape. And he had been to prison, Folsom, old Folsom. Ran with the gangs in Folsom. I'm not going to say which one. Doesn't matter. Rafi was a scary motherfucker. One of the scariest guys I've ever known. I could leave Rafi in my apartment with a naked chick and a pound of cocaine. I'd get back and it would be there just untouched. Rafi was loyal to the end, trustworthy to the end. You could trust Rafi with anything. Maybe not you. I could. He's such a shady motherfucker. People, if anybody out there knows Rafi, they're sitting there thinking, what? Not Rafi. That motherfucker was down for me. And he was trustworthy. I could trust that guy with my life. So it's a good quality. Be trustworthy to your confidants. Be there for somebody. Stand-up guy's helpful. You know, these are all overlap. So stand-up guy is going to help you. We can go to that motherfucker. He's going to hide those guns for us. And every time you go to him, he's always hiding them. That's a stand-up guy. But it may just be, since we're regular people, that somebody who's willing to check up on your dogs every time you go out of town. And you could trust him. He's not going to rob your place. He's not going to forget to do it. He's going to go over there and spend the proper amount of time and really take the job seriously. He's a helpful person, trustworthy, loyal guy. That's a stand-up guy. That neighbor's a stand-up motherfucker. Those people are valuable people in our society, and we want to point them out and to cherish them, celebrate them, give them a fucking Christmas gift, at least send them a card. Reciprocate with some of this stuff. You be a stand-up person so other people can enjoy that. Be helpful. The last one that I can, I have a big long list here, but I don't want this video to go too long. For being a stand-up guy is really being consistently down to earth. This stand-up guy is going to be somebody who is not displaying a lot of drama to you. Every time you interact with that person, they're always the same. 10 years could go by, and every time you go to that motherfucker's house, every time they come over, every time you interact, they're always, and I don't mean that they don't evolve as people or they don't grow, but they stay consistent with who they are, with their persona, and they're really down-to-earth people, not weirdos, not talking about crazy shit, not on some weird dumb fucking flavor of the month trip. They're pretty well grounded in who they are, and they just stay that person consistently. That's a stand-up guy. Be that way. I think these are good qualities. A lot of this stuff I learned in the streets, but it can all be transferred over to our normal life. And I tried to do my best to make it sound that way. Thanks for watching.